everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Disney Travel Podcast with the latest Disney travel news. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Braddock. And today, Disney has a new dining offer, as well as a foodie guide for the new treats at the EPCOT upcoming International Festival of the Arts.
Yes, so let's start with this new sort of updated free dining. I'm doing air quotes. We don't do video with our podcast. Maybe we should someday. Yeah, then we'd have to dress up nicer or get nicer surrounds. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, they do have a new free dining offer, but it's sort of a twist on the way it used to be. And probably not as much value as the way it used to be. But should we be surprised that there's a catch that everything Disney does is really a cost? So
you know what?
Free. They don't give you actually anything for free.
It is better than I thought. When I first heard it, I thought there was going to be a massive catch. And the catch really isn't too bad by Disney catch standards, if that makes sense.
And the catch really is the details. Because what I've seen since this has been announced over the last few days is, oh, you get a $750 free dining card. Yes, asterisk. For a certain percentage of people, depending on where you stay and when you go, you're probably going to get less, or you may get less. So let's go into what this offer actually is.
So you can get a $750...
you missed the key. You got to be Disney. Up to $750. So most people do what you just did,
I
right?
was going to say you can get, being the key word, before you interrupt.
So
Disney.
those little Disney words.
Exactly, so I'm saying can being the key word.
All right, start again.
Okay, you can now get up to 750, quote, Disney dining promo card dollars, right? Whatever that means. When you book.
We'll explain what it means.
A non-discounted 5-night, 4-day vacation package, and I'm assuming more, that includes a room at select Disney Deluxe Resort or Disney Deluxe Villa Resort and theme park tickets.
Okay, so you've got to start off.
So in short, to qualify for this card, you have to be spending thousands and thousands of non-discounted dollars.
Exactly.
Before
This is where it all shakes out as everybody goes, oh, I'm getting it free. Well, to you are, and but to Disney on their books, it's all making sense. So yeah, you've got to go 5 nights and 4 days and get theme park tickets. No discounts on any of that.
Does it work if you get more?
They're specific on that. So, and then it's when. So that's the first part of how this offer works. The next part is when it's available, because it's available for a long period of time, but not at those levels. So let's start with, it says most nights between July 1st and July 10th, which is basically a 10-day period, 2023.
So there's probably going to be 4 nights because they say most nights. I want to take
And we'll explain this in a minute. And then August 1st to September 14th. So those dates give you the chance at the highest value card. And I say a chance because you have to be staying at the right places. So I'll give you the rest of the dates in a moment, but here's how it works. First of all, it starts at check-in.
Yeah, which, to be fair, from Disney's perspective, it's smart because you book the hotel, you get the card, you cancel the reservation, you keep the card. So they want you to actually be staying there, which that makes sense. But after checking in, you'll get an email with the amount credited to you via Disney gift card or whatever, and it's only good at participating food and beverage locations. What does that mean? We don't know.
And that'll come into play in a minute.
I would not be surprised if Disney was like, "Oh yeah, it's only available at popcorn carts and ice cream carts." What? You didn't know? I'm
sure they'll come out with more details soon, but I couldn't read them. I sort of dove into all the details. I could not find them, I should say.
Yes.
So you get this email to whatever your Disney account is, and after you check in. So you're not getting anything before check-in.
Okay, now I wonder...
So everyone's going to be nervous. Am I really getting this thing?
Exactly. Now, is this before or after you get your room is not ready email?
No, it's as soon as you go to the front desk and say, we're here.
Well,
or online check-in. I don't know.
True.
It didn't specify.
That's something. And
so
then
you get an email, and in the email
there's a barcode. So then you present the barcode when you're paying for whatever meal it is, and it will be deducted from the credit, and you can see the remaining balance as well. However, it is not, here's your $750 day one, spend it, use it, whatever. No, it's not like that.
I mean, okay, so that's how it is. You get a daily ration, right? So let's assume that to get the full $750 value, you have to be staying at a deluxe villa or a deluxe hotel for that 5-day, 4-night period. If you're staying at a deluxe resort or a deluxe villa that's participating, then you get up to $750. But you can only use $150 per day.
Yeah.
So that could be not even one dinner. So we're a family of 3, and we were just, there a couple of weeks ago again. And our dinners were well over $150. So in the old way, you got a dinner, a lunch, and all that sort of stuff. So you actually got a lot more.
It's like, this is maybe a dinner for 2?
Yeah,
maybe?
So this is a sort of a discount, right? You're going to apply this credit to whatever you want. You could do it at lunch, dinner, $150 at participating restaurants. We don't know what that means, so you're going to be booking your dining in advance and hoping that wherever you booked it is one of the participating restaurants. Maybe it'll say that. I didn't go in to look at the dining. Maybe it says, asterisk part of dining card promo. They're going to have to say it somewhere, obviously. So anyway, if you're staying at a deluxe resort during those times, you will get $150 a night, which is $750. Yeah. If you're staying at a moderate resort,
you get up to $100 per night. And if you're staying at a value resort, you get up to $50 a night.
Yeah, so you're getting a $500 dining card or a $250 dining card if you're at value.
Again, Disney with keywords, up to $750.
Yeah, what happens if you're there in the summer, but it's not those periods? Well, you get even less. So here's the rules for any trips you're booking between June 25th and 30th, a very specific 5 days, and July 11th to July 31st.
So I believe this is the check-in date?
Yeah.
Yes.
If your trip starts on those dates. This will all be in our show notes, so you can go check it.
Yeah, well, that can be confusing because let's say you check in on July 30th and you're staying until August 3rd. Well, now you're in 2 different windows.
Yeah, well then, yeah.
Do you get more the last 3 days of your trip?
Yeah, I think you're going to get it up to the nightly values change. So if you're on those dates, the values are $125 instead of $150 for deluxe resorts and villas, $75 instead of $100 for moderate resorts, which includes the cabins at Fort Wilderness, by the way.
And $35 per night for value resorts.
$35.
What is that gonna? That's like a meal for one.
I don't even think that'll do the food court.
That's a meal for one at the food court.
So yeah, if you're crossing over tiers, you might have 35, and tomorrow we have 50, or you know what I mean. So I don't know. It's a little bit. There's a lot of details to how they're doing it.
Disney set themselves up for a nightmare. Why?
So the old one.
Are they overcomplicating everything?
So it is, in my opinion, are saying, is it better than the old one? No, it's not better than the old one. If you ask me, we never use this stuff. We don't.
It's a lot more confusing than the old one.
You can't buy this one. Like you could buy the old one, or sometimes they gave it for free.
How would you buy this one? You'd pay $750 to then ration your money back to you?
Yeah, you may essentially. That's why it's on a Disney gift card.
Why are we doing
right?
that? Would make no sense.
That is how the new dining offer works. It's not a $750 flat fee. That is the bottom line of what we're trying to discuss.
Yeah,
or flat credit, I
also assume you can't carry it over to the next day. But I don't know.
I did not see that. I am assuming no. You can't pile it all up and go to Victoria and Albert's on the last day.
Victoria and Albert's? Who are you going with, your 3?
No, but that would be a credit towards your meal, right?
Yeah,
so it'd be subtracting $750 if you could even do that.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So pay attention when you're booking these trips and just know so you're going in eyes wide open, as you have to do with Disney these days. A lot of details around it. Sure, if you're going at those times, hey, it's great, right? It's free money.
It is, exactly. It's a good offer.
But you can't get any other discounted rates. There's like 25% off rooms and all that stuff. If you do that, you can't have this.
Yeah.
And that's why I say...
But that's probably a better deal anyways.
You got to do the math, really,
exactly.
right? So do the math. And be sure that this is better than that for you and your family.
If you have a travel agent, ask them to look into it. I'm sure they are probably going through it with a bunch of other families at the moment as well, because it's very confusing. But it could be a good offer.
Yeah, could.
I also wonder about DVC because they included the villas. But
yeah, no, it doesn't. We don't get anything. So
I guess we'll have to see.
If we're staying on DVC. We recently went and stayed on, rack rated club level, so we would have had it. Anyway, let's quickly now jump into the Foodie Guide has been released for the 2023 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. We are going to publish the whole thing in our blog post and show notes. what we're doing now, because we're not going to go through everything, is highlight what's not everything that's new, but from all the new stuff, which is the stuff that you should pay attention to if you will be at the Festival of the Arts. So I'll jump right in.
A lot of your favorites are rolling over from last year, but the new stuff
So check the show notes for everything and check our, you know what? I'm going to link to our episode from last year because we cover a broader scale of what we liked from all the regular stuff. So from the newbies, near port of entry at Pop Eats. Now, we differ here. There's a tomato soup with pimento cheese, bacon, and fried green tomato grilled cheese sandwich accompanying it. That's new. I would go for that. Amelia's going old school.
It sounds good. However, they also offer a classic grilled cheese and tomato soup, which I will be enjoying.
The basic. Yeah, that is not new.
It's not basic, it's classic.
Now, at the refreshment outpost, there is a drink I would try. The Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company has a berries and cream sour Berliner, so a nice brew. I like the sour beers, so I would definitely want to try that one. Again, that is at the refreshment outpost. Jumping over to the artist table at the American Adventure, now you tell me if you'd like this. I want this. There is a 3-meat meatloaf, and it has peas and carrots, so it's green pea pudding with carrot ketchup, shaved carrots, salad, and snap peas.
I don't know what half of those things are.
You like meatloaf, though. So
I like meatloaf.
I think you'd probably try it.
I'd try it, and I feel like I probably would like it. They're just confusing me a lot with...
It's like a healthy meatloaf there. The American Adventure.
What's a green bean pudding?
Now, you say you don't know what that stuff is. So this one, I am not recommending for myself, or even I don't think Amelia would, but...
No.
At Modern near Test Track.
There is a whole slew of new things. Everything except for one pan-seared scallops are brand new. They sound very good. There's a variety of things. There's a couple food items and beverages. Like, for example, there is the compressed watermelon tataki with pickled watermelon rind, yuzu pearls, watermelon foam, and wasabi.
So,
it's also plant-based, so that's something.
So this is the kind of thing I say, if you want weird stuff, like stuff you don't normally eat, that actually sounds pretty good.
It could be. That's what I'm saying. It could be good.
Yuzu is sort of citrusy, so the pearls, like the boba, yuzu pearls and wasabi, I might like that. So definitely go to Modern. It's near Test Track.
Well,
you
that's
want something
perfect
weird.
After you've just had your wasabi.
And there's 3 new dishes like that at that place. So that's where you'll get some.
2 new drinks as well, which are equally as out
there. It's artsy looking, right? So it fits into the festival. So definitely go there. Speaking of beverages.
Yes. A little bit more common.
We're going to the Figments Inspiration Station. That's at the Odyssey Art and Food.
Yes. So a couple of the beverages here sound interesting to us. For me, the grape smoothie with freeze-dried Skittles.
Freeze-dried Skittles?
Yes, bite-sized candies. And this is non-alcoholic. It's brand new. It sounds like
So a grape smoothie with Skittles freeze-dried. Yeah, that does sound good. Now, I will take I only have one daughter, but here I'm going to try the 3 Daughters Brewing Black Cherry Hard Cider. So there's a few hard ciders. I'll try the black cherry, but they also have orange and passion fruit flavors. So that is all at Figment's outfit. So lots of colorful stuff there.
Yes.
Over at Connections Cafe.
Keeping on with the Figment theme, there is a Figment Liege waffle. Pretty basic waffle with
you get
like
your Figment waffle. Figment's getting a big 2023 with that character greeting coming up.
Yeah, it looks very nice, very photogenic, and beautiful.
And then over at El Artista Hambriento in the Mexico Pavilion, there's a couple of new things, but the one that I would recommend is the Bonbon Margarita marshmallow. So it's a drink. So this is a mezcal margarita with marshmallow cordial, lime juice, agave nectar, a hint of coffee, and elderflower, which I love. And it's served with a toasted marshmallow. Sounds sort of cool to me. Definitely worth giving that a try.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge margarita fan, but I will try that one.
This one at L'Art di Mangiare.
This is in the Italy Pavilion. L'Arte di Mangiare. I don't know. I'm just putting an Italian accent on it. I think that's how you would say it.
Yes,
Nonetheless,
I'm
cool
reading
new
it through
food.
French eyes.
Now, this one looks very cool, too. I guess it's the Festival of the Arts, so they got to pay even more attention to their sort of plating.
Yes. This is a mozzarella frita, which is flash-fried, breaded fresh mozzarella with artist palette condiments, on the side. It looks very good, and I feel like it could be pretty tasty.
Yeah, it looks like one of those artist palette with all the flavors around it and a little brush. So you get this sort of fried mozzarella, essentially, is what it is. And then you can paint it with your color flavors. So I think kids would really like this one too. So if you're looking for something, they're not going to like maybe the strange stuff.
All I know is based on my experience with the beignet de trois fromages in France, I would look forward to trying that. Now at Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company, just closing it out.
They have lots of stuff too, but Amelia's picked a favorite.
I would go for the American Adventure, which is
a cerulean frost, they're calling it.
So this is an artistic blend of frozen lemon ice, a splash of Minute Maid premium lemonade, blue raspberry and blueberry popping boba pearls.
Popping boba pearls.
Yes, there's also an alcoholic version of this available, but this one specifically is non-alcoholic. And there is essentially the same drink at a couple different other locations, but it has orange or dragon fruit or green apple accompanying it. I personally went with the blueberry one near the American Adventure, but there are options if you like a different flavor.
And they're adding a shot of Grey Goose vodka from France if you want to give it a little boost.
If you haven't drank enough alcohol at Epcot already, here's a way to get more.
All right, so there you have it. That's what's new with the dining plan and the dining food coming up at Walt Disney World here in 2023. So thank you everyone for listening to the show this week. As always, follow along at 1923 Main Street on social media. Again, everything in our show notes and blog post. So check that out. We will see you again next week and have a magical day.
Bye-bye.